Welcome back to Marky Mark Reviews. Right, it's a fairly typical UK morning, especially one in Wales. Just come out to the car and I'm just going to have a look at this aerodynamically cleaned rear window. So yeah, typical UK morning, just got in the car, and of course when you get in the car and you're stationary on your drive, you can just press the flick wipe and off you go, ready to go. I can see. I'm just going to see about the much vaunted rear view mirror that cleans by aerodynamics. The camera does come in handy, I have to say. It's very, very clear. I have to emphasise here that the camera has been set up on a special headrest mount, and it is actually looking at the central headrest, and therefore what you're looking at is the central portion of the rear screen. 50. And as you can see, the view out of the back is essentially like a blurred picture. You can make out shapes and colours, but you can't really see any detail. If you had an actual rear wiper, then that would just clear the screen completely and everything will be much more clearly defined. You may be able to make out some droplets that are moving down the rear screen, but these are simply raindrops that are being pushed off and dripping from the roof and also the rear spoiler. There's a special gap in the rear spoiler that is meant to, I think, aid airflow to clean this rear screen. But all you're getting is simply raindrops dripping onto the rear screen and causing those slight downward drips. At this fairly constant 70 miles an hour, is the view clearing? I think you'd agree. There's no difference being made at all. electric car, don't really want to do that. You want to start using power, although that uses a minimal amount, the rear demister. It's still using power, and it's like I much prefer just a rear wash wiper, rear windscreen wiper, just to bring it off. 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour, and doing a steady mode. So it's warm again though today. It's 19 degrees. It's a miserable day, but it's very muggy. So let's see if it makes any difference. The rear demister doesn't appear to be making any difference at all. We'll see. Now I do have having previously owned a Honda Civic Type R, the FN2 model in Civic Type R speak, which was around 2009-10, which we ran for about 60,000 miles over a few years. That also didn't come with a rear wiper, and Honda also said that it would clear with aerodynamics, and I have to say that didn't work. So when Kia said they were going to do the same type of thing for this car, I thought, well, it's been 10 years or so, maybe technology has improved, so I'd give them the benefit of the doubt. But I have to say, even with this up-to-date car, very modern car, it still doesn't clear the rain from the rear windscreen, which is a big disappointment. By all means, this is not a deal breaker, and I have to say the saving grace for the Ioniq 5 is the fact that the rear view camera is absolutely fantastic. Although this is lower down, situated just below the boot line, you'd expect it to be even more affected by rain and condensation, but in fact when you activate the camera, and you can have it permanently activated by pressing the button on the dashboard, you get a fantastic wide angle view because there's no headrest or anything obscuring the view. So that is the fail-safe, and I have to say, if Hyundai just said that we're not putting a rear wiper in, but you do have use for very high definition wide angle camera, and that would be fine. But I just don't like marketing guff of we're not putting a wiper in because airflow and aerodynamics will help clear the screen, because that's patently not working. And as far as I know, Kia with the EV6, because it's based on the same platform, are going to do the same thing, not having a rear wiper, and also saying that airflow will clear the rear windscreen. But again, I doubt it's going to work for that model either. And perhaps Hyundai are going to say it's the wrong type of rain, or perhaps that this aerodynamics will work at higher speeds, above 70, 80, 90 or 100 miles an hour. But I'm afraid in the UK that's not good enough, because that's illegal. But my point is, it's a safety issue. You should be able to get good visibility at any point of a car right from the get-go, and I think just a simple rear wiper is one of the easiest things to do. So this isn't just about rain, it's also about condensation of an early morning, but also snow, a light pattering of snow on the glass of a morning. With a normal rear wiper you can just clear the screen straight away and be ready to go. This video was edited down from 45 minutes to around 10 minutes to make it a little bit more interesting. And just to add insult to injury, the felt lining in the door cards do not clear the side windows of rain or condensation in the morning either. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you really like it, please subscribe.